Valentino on the other side, and that makes it even deadlier for Ignite's cause. Now, actually, because of the Alice pickup, Falcons Mena has multiple options to answer this Melissa. Will it be enough is the question, though, because you still need the damage, but diving it, reaching the Melissa wouldn't be a problem anymore.
What is going to be jungle, though, for Mena here?
I'm thinking, can't you just maybe go something like the Hayabusa?
I mean, even the Fanny isn't going to be able to target down on the Melissa very well.
Yeah, we saw it struggle earlier.
Get taunted by the...
Oh,
wait a second. So Barat's jungle.
Oh, okay.
Right?
Yeah. So kind of like a jungle Barat, they send the Paquito to the EXP lane. All right, let's see how this is going to work.
Let's roam. This panel, T-Rex, Raptor, Rainy Man. I'm joking. Welcome to the Land of Dawn, folks. It could be the end of the road for one of these teams, and right now it's looking like it's going to be IG because they're down a game, but...
Phenomenal gold lane pickup, but it was more into the Fanny and the likes of the more dive type comps, which I don't think Falcons Men are that far away from, but they're more fighter than assassin type of compositions too. So you could expect them to stay much longer in the team fights if things go their way. But right now, IG, let's see how it goes and let's see how they manage this lane.
Quick emblem check as we get into game number 2 in the Land of Dawn. Wilderness Blessing for Troll. In a world where we see a lot of pull yourself together just to try to get more flickers out there, Troll decides, no, I want to get the movement, and it's the same for Cuffin. So they're expecting to win here in the mid lane, trying to rotate around. Perfect match on Roy.
Yep, that's a very aggressive start, and I think it will be a lot of help to Boyet, who, again, we are so used to seeing with the Mathilda, but now it's going to be on his own. But the fact that you have a mid duo who is just so reliable in terms of mobility and just fast moving around the map, I feel would make things a bit more easier for him this time around. So at least we're seeing a not so action-packed start just yet for IG. They're still able to accomplish what they want in terms of the lanes. But how are they able to allow Kelvin be involved? I don't think we saw Kelvin as involved earlier on, but that's because he was on a Yisun Shin. This time should be pretty different because he's already on Herrera.
The thing is, though, they are playing, again, as you mentioned, very, very slow. This isn't really what the composition is meant to do, right? With the Herrera as well, they kind of need to go a little bit faster. Boyet's got level 4.
Yeah.
Not as far as Kelvin. Kelvin might actually get level 5 here. But no, he's going to give the XP crab over to Diablo. Going to try to get that secure onto the neutral objective. Roy's going to get level 4 as well, but Cuffin and Boyet gets tempo. There you go. Diablo first to 4. Troll.
Okay, they're not going to go for Troll just yet. They get to spot out where Kelvin was actually trying to hide. Diablo now all alone. Up against 3 Gleams. Not Gleams out. And is now 1 HP away from going down. Kuffin actually steals away the Throne of Ruin, but they are still gonna go and re-engage. Their Vitalize is already committed, and there you go! Throne of Ruin onto 2 coming in from Diablo, but it's still Boyet! Winning out onto Retribution, picking up first blood onto Kelvin, and now Jay falls next!
They go for the neutral objective fight against the utility jungle. They had tempo, but they didn't utilize it. Falcons Mena are soaring in the skies. Turtle number 1, a complete win for the Falcons, and a big double for Boyet on the Barats, bro.
And what happens now? Because we were really looking forward to see IG at least win it out on the sides, but this is going to heavily impact what happens from this point onwards in terms of their early game, because you see the setup, you see the attention coming in from IG, and it looked great. It looked great for Diablo, but the fact that it was just such a great response as well from Team Falcons Mena, and they were too tanky as well. There wasn't enough burst. Kelvin having to fall down too just did not look great for IG.
IG are just so awkward in that skirmish earlier. You know, they got the prio up top. They got the tempo as well. Diablo got XP crap, and now it's going to be Sanji with a jump on Kelvin. No one there to help him out, though.
Don't tell me it's going to be a solo kill. It's actually going to be a solo kill. And a flicker just to get out of that dangerous position. Sanji on a 2-0-2 Paquito, clearly winning it out against Diablo in the lane right now.
Sokolil, and it's Sanji on the Paquito against the Hirara in her own jungle. We were talking about that earlier, the Paquito should, oh god, he wants to do it again. This time Diablo is going to be there to shoo him away, but this could still be good for Falcons Mena as Boyet's going to walk up.
Okay, he doesn't steal away that jungle creep though, at least for them, but man, when is Kelvin just going to be able to play. The Sun Shin game didn't work out for him. Now on a Hirara is 0-2, and that just slows things down even further. We wanted them to pick up the pace. We wanted them to be as more aggressive, but Falcons Mena now on a utility jungler, now with a hyperactive XP lane. There's just not much you can do.
And now it's just Falcons Mena doing exactly what they did in game number 1. After getting the initial lead, they just played slow. Diablo just used Throne of Ruin to survive against Sanji. And it's still Sanji who wins it out in that skirmish. So down below, they're going to go for the turret.
They're losing this tier 1. Now the Fatal links onto a single member, and that's going to be Jay.
Oh.
They don't care if they just find one. They already have what it takes to burst down even one of the tankiest members of IG. And now both sides seem to be in favor of Falcons Mena already.
Oh my god, Roy!
Oh no, Roy, Crimson Beacon out. No Fatal links for Troll. He is still gonna try and defend this, but is it gonna be worth it? There is gonna be the muddles from CS, but the damage is just not enough threat for Falcons Mena to get away.
What do you do at this point? Boyette's gonna try to steal this away, but the Hirara is nowhere near. It's a retreat from Boyette. And Kelvin's gonna be very careful. Troll's already on the perfect match. Boyette's gonna figure it out. Uh-oh, Kelvin!
Oh, this is a running Atlas.
Whoa.
He's moving so fast. Kelvin, can he get out of this? There are still flickers in their
Look at
hands.
Sanji.
Kufin, Sanji, the wraparound. Oh no, Kelvin dashing out with the flicker. Iframes were close to saving him there, but Sanji says no.
Nope. A flicker to take him out. Sano picking up the 3rd tier 1 in this game. He's had a hand in all the turret takes so far. It's all about sieging with Sheriff Sano. Troll again just opening up for Sano to have such an easy way through these turrets. And again, it's Cuffin on the Valentina this time around, providing that peel as well. It's just so difficult now for IG. They have a combo, that AoE with the Throne of Ruin and the AOG. But there's just no damage. Sanji in the bottom lane, picking up his own turret as well. They're just taking turrets left and right. Orange buff stolen as well.
Yeah. Honestly, this AoE looks very promising
Oh my God.
for IG on paper. You mentioned the Throne of Ruin, you mentioned the AoG, but you could also pair it up with muddles from CS, honestly. But again, you don't see them synced up. You don't see them really coordinating the team fights. You also saw Diablo earlier on just using the Throne of Ruin all by himself. It's more on a one-on-one scenario rather than the Alice being a part of the fights. But they probably can't even afford to take on any fights at this point. They still have to catch up. It's a 6k gold lead. They're about to lose on more, but they're still gonna set it up nonetheless. Throne of Ruin coming in from Diablo, and now IG are gonna fight and clap back. Roy going in for the Crimson Beacon. Boyette left all alone, and this isolated pickup might be the start. But then, Sanji, the damage does he have?
No
Was
way.
it enough? He did not expect this amount of pressure from IG2. That's 4 members he tried to take on all by himself.
They got a shutdown and a kill on Boyette as well. And finally, the combo lands. Throne of Ruin into the AOG, into Kelvin with the AoE as well. And everything, when it lands perfectly, works out. The thing is, there's still a big problem. Falcons Mena, with all the lead that they've been able to get, it wasn't through kills. Yes, Sanji got shut down, but nobody else on this lineup has a bounty on them, right? So you look at the gold lead, it went from 7k to 5k. Usually it would be a massive turnaround, but this time it was different. It started off with that crazy Throne of Ruin with the AOG combo, but again, Falcons Mena were just that ahead. That's why Sanji and Boyette were able to buy enough time for the rest of the team to escape. Now Falcons Mena, they're definitely going to learn from that mistake, and they're definitely just going to play around the neutral objectives, and get this, they won't stick together as much.
Yeah, I even feel like that engage from Sanji would have been a huge punish if only the lead was a bit smaller. But since Falcons Mena are this much ahead, I don't think it really hurt them that much. They still have the control. They are still the ones dictating the pace of the game. But now you have to acknowledge the fact that IG can still go for those plays.
Corrosion, Scythe, and DHS. It was CS who got them the shutdown on Sanji earlier. So it really comes down to CS getting those item power spikes. We saw just how good Iman could be on the Melissa. This could be an Iman-ish game for CS. But the whole team's going to have to play around him. And Kelvin right now, not in a good position, especially after missing those 2 dashes across the wall.
I mean, honestly...
Hey, Sanji.
Oh.
Hey, he went back.
Okay, Kelvin's gonna spot him here. Crimson Beacon in, and now he is just gonna be bursted down, knocked up as well with the Lantern Flare, and he will just have to accept that. But I think Falcons Mena will make it worthwhile. They will have the Lord in their hands, and immediately after that, they find Diablo 2, bring him under the turret. Throne of Ruin just cast it alongside the Flicker, but the AOG from Jay! Counter AOG from Cuffin with the IMU! And there is a Daytona's welcome possibly coming through. They're gonna catch Jay. They're gonna put him back, and now they will find more. It's Sano picking up kills after kills.
Cuffin!
But Cuffin dashing in! Two-man Terrify! And Falcons Mena finally disengage.
There was a valiant attempt from IG. Again, though, they just get overconfident, I guess, with the lead that they got, man. They were able to get an initial pick down below. With Sanji down, they thought the 4v5 could work, but then Diablo just took too much of a beating. And he had to use a Throne of Ruin, miscoordinated by Jay. He thought it was gonna go in. The AOG went wide, and then Cuffin responded with an AOG by himself. Literally, Cuffin the IG boys.
Okay, it's a concealed play. Already committed here by Team Falcons Mena. Diablo still gonna go in, doesn't catch anyone!
Oh no.
But the AOG does catch two. Sano though with a free hit is gonna land a couple bullets onto Jay. And they now find one. It's a trade, a 1-for-1 so far, but IG get to defend their base turret.
They still got waves though. That was only the first wave with the Lord. Now Roy's gonna have to defend. Sano, Sheriff Man, he's taking a lot of damage also.
Oh, that's a Flicker forced out. Falcons Mena are not gonna force this anymore. The fact that Diablo is still there too, and CS is just very active with the defense. It's probably not the best, but it's better. I feel like IG right now have better ways to rely on when they have, or they are forced to play defensive, but they're forced to just clear the waves.
Would love to take a look at the items right now, man. Damage dealt. It's Cuffin and Sanji who are leading the pack, not even Sano. And no wonder. Sanji's just going full damage to Hunter-Strike. Sea Halberd into the War Axe. All right, for the Valentina, Cuffin, it's just a glowing one on Bloodwings. You wouldn't expect that guy to be doing the most damage, but now makes a lot of sense. If he got the Lightning Truncheon earlier, then my lord, these guys on IG would just be completely bursted down to the ground, man.
Yeah.
Also, Sano, 20 stacks in the Sky Piercer, I believe.
Yep.
On the way to a BOD, a Blade of Despair. This is just rough. When a 2,000 gold lead forms around your XP, you know it's kind of chopped.
And you saw how the damage from Sano is really starting to pierce through. IG, Diablo, I think, is always the one who has to put himself up front, but even Diablo is just struggling to stand for any longer than maybe 2 or 3 shots from Sano at this point, considering the amount of damage that he's already accumulated, on top of the fact that his Sky Piercer already does have 20 stacks. So Falcons Mena, they barely have to change anything and adjust anything. It's just them having to take this step by step, because IG at this point, there's just too much that they have to get back from.
CS is up top. This is very good for Falcons Mena. Melissa isn't really known to be mobile. And guess what? They didn't even deal with the slow push here, so he's gonna have to stay up there for a bit longer. Visible again, but the Lord gets reset by Falcons Mena. They want to play the long game here, so it's back to resetting the Lord, pushing up top with Sanji. IG somehow gonna look for a pick-off here, and I think the right way is grouping up for the neutral objective or going for the pick-off onto Sanji. They're trying to do that right now. I mean, CS got it, but Sanji just walks away.
Oh,
what?
The go away committed too?
Guys?
I don't think there was a need for that to happen. Kelvin trying to help as well, and they might just successfully find the pick-up onto Sanji, because he did kind of get an off-angle punch right there. But that's in exchange of the Lord. So IG, they willingly walked into that.
Yes, they did. To be fair, I really feel like at that point it was already very honest from IG. It looked like, okay, we're not gonna throw the ruin.
Oh, this is honest too. Diablo going in, but the response with the tone is welcome, and now he's just back. And another AOG from Cuffin. The IMU working wonders together with the Fatal Links. It's a double kill now for Sano, and Boyan just finds one more. Kelvin, what can you do? Roy is just too low, and it's just IG scrambling to get back to their base.
Brother, the AOG was used on Sanji up top. That was literally, it just happened. But they went in for the Throne of Ruin with no AOG under tier 1 and tier 2. Oh my god.
Oh my god. We are starting to run out of words.
Blue team
In this game, 15 minutes almost in, and it's just Falcons Mena still with this really big lead. Kelvin nearly getting caught there. Oh, Crypto good in from Roy. Now they're on to Sano. They'll find and shut down the gold laner of Falcons Mena.
Falcons Mena capitalize on a mistake. IG says we can do it as well. Yet again, staying afloat with a pickoff on Sano. A shutdown as well. A way to cut down on those Sky Piercer stacks. Again, we see the set. But it's like, bro, the AOG was literally just used earlier. And it's like, dang, it's under tier 2 and tier 1 with it not even being there, and it just baits everybody in. By everybody, I mean it baits its own team in. Yeah. Valid reaction. Valid reaction.
Okay. That was a slow-mo. That was a slow-mo.
Oh, God.
And they clear punish from Falcons Mena, earning them an additional base turret and more map control. But IG, at least you, well, saw that just now. They found the kill on Sano, and they found a tier 1 in mid. That's the second turret they've been able to take down in this game. 15 minutes in. So maybe there are still some signs of hope, because you actually see them moving out of their map a bit more now.
Dude, I'm just so impressed right now. Such an interesting game so far. Take a look at the equipment real quick. Wind of Nature can be built up by CS. Wind of Nature already for Sano. It's a Winter Crown for Boyet. All right, so he's going to have a lot more to say here as he dives in forward. Not too much at risk when he dives in, as CS won't really be able to get those hits in. But the thing is, for me, Diablo hasn't gone Winter Crown.
Yeah.
Being the main guy to initiate and literally the first one in, I really thought the Winter Crown would be built on Diablo by now.
Yeah, and it's like you see it on Boyet, and now Sano. Oh, is he changing his item? I think he is. He initially had a Wind of Nature, and
Jay.
now he went for Winter Crown. Instead, Jay finds the taunt onto Cuffin, forces out the Crimson, Beacon, which he stole. But Sanji's gonna come in from the side, and there goes Diablo! There goes the Winter Crown as well, coming in from Boyet, but the damage from IG seems to be enough. Now it's gonna be the Hirara, finding kills here and there. But Sanji has waves! He has 2 minions alongside him in mid, and Falcons men are not letting IG get back to base, but Kelvin fortunately find his way back, and IG find more as they take down Troll.
1v1 up top. It's 1v1 right now. Sanji tries to go for the kill on Kelvin. Lord in the bottom lane already there. Boyet. Let's see if he can steal this one with Kelvin up top, and a 1v1 against Sanji walks up. Immortality for Kelvin.
Okay. Boyet is here to try and contest. The drone is welcome, not being charged just yet, and he finally does use it on one. That's going to be the Winter Crown as well, but the drone of good from Diablo! Boyet is taken down, and Sanji from the backlines gets caught in the AOG! A counter from Cuffin, but now he's all alone. He finds the kill on Diablo, but CS takes him down too!
But wait, Sano's here! Hero play from Sano. Can he steal the Lord? No, he can't. All right. Waves dealt with by Roy. IG pull up a crazy teamfight win in a brutally chaotic brawl. Oh my goodness, they put the Ignite on Falcons Mena. Falcons couldn't react, man. Yep. The heat was brought in, and it started with IG doing... Okay, it started with Falcons Mena ulting everywhere. That's where it started, actually. There you go. Cuffin gets caught by Jay. There you go. I'm starting to remember now.
Okay.
But in this skirmish, man, it was just Boyet just trying desperately to get back into that pit.
Yep.
But unfortunately, couldn't get in. Sanji tried to go in. He forgot about the go away. So Melissa's ult, right? Bring it up. It's a sphere, you can't get in. Yeah. Just in case you don't know. You know?
So, I don't know anymore, because it's a 2.9k or 3k gold lead now in the hands of IG. It initially wasn't like this. It was Falcons Mena leading massively, but now they're pushed to a corner. It's IG trying to charge in the base, and CS, you could already start to feel the damage. Boyet is already being shredded down to pieces. Sanji picks up an Immortality, gets bursted down! Immortality just bought it, now it's popped, and he has to fall.
Falcons Mena, one man down. Still some waves available for IG. Trying to keep their tournament lives still in. Fatal legs from Troll.
Fatalist onto 2, popping immortality for Jay. Jay gets still caught and trapped under the turret, and Sano finds another stack. But they're gonna lose another base turret too.
Oh, yeah.
Kelvin jumping in. Turn of ruin from Diablo and the Crimson Beacon in from Roy. They're fighting it under the base, but IG somewhat have damage. But they are not able to catch Sano. Sano's still able to deal damage. Kelvin dashing in. And they still have waves incoming.
Uh-oh. Wave down below as well. They're going to go all in. It's Kelvin in the back. Rose gold medium for Sano.
Sano still survives. Sano finds a kill on Kelvin. But can he deal with the waves? He cannot. IG are bringing us to a game